Hello, my fellow crafters. Happy New Year. I'm not one for New Year's resolutions, but I really did want to do a bingo card this year. A couple of my friends are doing one for just life. And I really wanted to do a knitting and crochet plus other artistic endeavors type of vibe one. It was originally going to just be a knitting and crochet one. However, I got a little ambitious with the size of my bingo card. I could have done a smaller bingo card, but I don't know, I didn't want to. So I want to go over that with you guys, and then I also just want to talk about my goals for January, specifically just knitting and crochet goals. Before we get started, I want to talk about what I'm wearing. I'm wearing my freestyle shirt, tee, and I love it. I think it's great. I think it's too cropped, but that's okay. And I made these little earrings. I made them a while ago. I had them in like a random jewelry box that I should have closer to where the rest of my jewelry is. But I'm gonna scoot over so that I can have the bingo card here, probably as big as I can make it, ideally. So let's do that. I'm gonna go top to bottom, left to right. So first project that we have on there is the Luma pullover for AJ. If you have seen it in previous vlogs, I fully scrapped it. I fully frogged it. I had already split for the arms, but the size was wrong. The superwash yellow yarn that I was using was driving me crazy. So I got a non-superwash yarn for like the main flower color, and I'm excited. It's going to be very colorful. It's gonna be very cute. I started the yoke, but I have not gotten very far, but I have cast it back on. So I feel like that one is almost certainly going to hopefully get checked off. We'll see. I should preface my bingo card by saying that I have a friend, Naomi. We've done a couple buddy knits together. We made this blanket together. She has her very own as well. And we've decided to continue our trend of buddy knitting, buddy crocheting together, that we would do quarterly buddy projects. We might do more, we'll see. But at the very least, we're definitely going to do our quarterlies. That's what I mean when I say this is going to be the Naomi project. So next up, we've got our first Naomi project. This is going to be our Q1 project. I am starting it with her tomorrow. I'm very excited. It is a Tunisian crochet Lion brand kit, I believe. It's called the Summer Rose Afghan by Lion brand, I think. We got it as a kit, and I'm so excited. We've got Tunisian crochet, never done that before. Cross stitching, never done that before. I have embroidered in the past, so I think that cross stitching should be very relaxing. Now, you think this is overly ambitious. My sister also wants one. So if I enjoy Tunisian crochet tomorrow, I might buy another kit. This sounds psychotic as I'm saying it. I might buy another kit and make 2 blankets at a time. We'll see. We'll see. I'll keep you all posted on that front. Up next, our first non-fiber related project. I did learn how to make candles last year, and it was an absolute blast. It was so much fun. And then halfway through the year, for some reason, I pivoted to a different type of wax, and I was like, oh, I'll try this out, and I hate it. So I've been on a bit of a slump, but I really want to get back into it this year, so hopefully I do. Then I've got the Chunky Monkey beanie. I made 2 last year, and I'll be teaching a class on a very, very beginner class on how to make your first beanie. So excited for that. That starts in early February, I believe, and it's a 3-course class. I love making those beanies. It's dangerous how much I love making those beanies because I almost certainly have enough, but it will be pink and it will be very cute. The next project is my first crochet project on the bingo card, and I'm very excited. It's called the Khaled shirt by Jessica Tsang, or Just Root Knots, and I'm so excited. I have had my eye on this shirt for such a long time. It looks airy, it looks cute. I'm so jazzed to make this. So here's hoping. I'm really excited for that. Row 2, we're starting off with a pattern that I have made before. We've got the Air Tee by Ozetta, and I made mine too cropped and I made mine a size too small. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I was probably trying to cheap out on yarn, and that was a really bad idea. So I would like to make it oversized the way that it's supposed to be, and also like not ultra cropped, because I love to tuck in my shirts, but I also sometimes just like to wear a big t-shirt. So I'm very excited for that. Very very excited. I don't know if I'll make it in a bright color, maybe a muted color, because I am trying to stay away from like ultra neutrals. But we'll see. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. I've had my eye on this for so long too. The Relaxagon shirt, another crochet project. I'm so excited for this. This does go hand in hand with the bottom right, the Relaxa pants, I believe is what they're called. They're so cute. That is going to be the cutest set I own. I'm so excited. There's a specific girl. I'll put a picture up of her wearing this fit on Instagram. I literally learned how to crochet so that I could make this. So it has to happen this year. I'm so excited. Hers is in, I think, a green. I don't know. You'll be able to see it. I would like mine to be in like a muted blue color. So we'll see. I'm really excited for this. I think it's going to be so freaking cute, so pretty. And I think that if I pick out my yarn right and I take my time with it, it'll be like a staple in my closet, and I'm so excited. Then we've got the Simone cardigan kit by We Are Knitters. I got this for my birthday, and I would like to dye the yarn, that is. It is roving yarn, so please wish me luck that I do not felt the heck out of this yarn, because I do want this cardigan, and I do hate the yarn already, even though I haven't really worked on it. And I really wish that I had asked for something else, but that's okay. We're gonna make the best of what we have. So I am going to be dyeing it. You might be seeing row 4. We've got some jacquard acid dyes, and that is because I would like to dye yarn this year. And I'm definitely going to dye that. I've got a jacquard acid dye already. I have nothing else in terms of like the setup for dyeing yarn, but I'm very excited for it. It's going to be a green color. No idea what type of green. I would like it to be light green. However, it's very possible, because it will be my first time dyeing, that it just turns into like a bright emerald green, which is also fine. I love all shades of green. Then we've got the Berlin scarf. I really need a scarf. I have no scarves. I've been knitting for a hot minute and I don't own any scarves. So that's that. It doesn't necessarily have to be the Berlin scarf. I truly just would like a scarf. And I want this one to be a solid color, just staple piece. And I do love how massive the Berlin scarf is. So hopefully that happens. Next, with a non-fiber art project, is a watercolor orange, I believe. Yeah. A little like sprig of oranges, tangerines, that I made last year for my mom. I don't love watercolor, but I really want to be better at it. So hopefully I do some watercoloring this year. It doesn't have to be like a full painting or anything. And I would like to kind of give myself some grace on it. I prefer working with acrylics, so watercolor, just like, I don't have as much control when I work with watercolor, but it's a fun medium. We've got our Q2 Naomi project, buddy knit. We're gonna be making the porcelain sweater. I feel like I'm gonna sound like a broken record. So excited. I have had my eye on this sweater since the pattern came out. We're like 99% sure going to make the exact same thing, like same yarn, same colors that she uses in this pattern, and I'm jazzed. We're gonna be twinning and it's gonna be adorable, and yay. Okay, I then have some hand knit shorts. They're the shorts number 1 by My Favorite Things. I've never made anything by My Favorite Things knitwear, and I've always wanted to. Shorts is an interesting place to start, but I'm excited. I feel like these would be such perfect loungewear with like an oversized shirt. If I don't mess up the air tee, maybe with the air tee. Yeah, that's it. I think it would be cool. Then we've got a free space. Let's go. That one's gonna be easy. I've got the Lakes cardigan by Ozetta right after. I've got the yarn picked out for it. It's a gorgeous pink. I'll show that to you guys in a minute, because I will be working on that in January, because I'll be teaching a class and it starts in a week. I'm so excited. And that's gonna be the cutest little thing. I love Ozetta patterns. She makes shaping and oversized clothes like it's nobody's business. I adore her so much. Then we've got some like miniature clay figurines that I've made before. And between like those, I'll see if I can put up a bigger picture, because I assume that everything on the bingo card is going to be kind of tiny. But I made those, and I think those are adorable. I made these earrings, and these are really fun. My friends and I have a weekly clay club, but at this point, it's like clay club in quotes. It's mostly just like a craft night catch up type of thing on a somewhat weekly basis. But I would like to actually like take a break from knitting one of those evenings and just make something cute. I've got an Oslo hat. I have already cast on my Oslo hat. I'll show you guys that in a minute as well. And I'm excited. I'm actually pretty jazzed about my Oslo hat. We've got jacquard acid dyes because I would like to dye yarn this year. Next up, we've got our Q3 Buddy Knit with Naomi, and this is the Piet shawl by Johanna Garish. And it is gorgeous and beautiful, and I have no notes, and I'm excited to have hopefully 2 scarves this year. I think that would be perfect. I'm very, very excited for it. I then have a picture of a camera that I own. It's a Pentax. I don't know what kind of Pentax. Last year, I got into film photography like towards the end of the year, very loosely, very, very loosely. I just had a point and shoot camera. It's like an old underwater Minolta camera. And so it's a very simple point and shoot. And I just scanned a couple of the pictures and I would like to have just a little bit more control. Like I would like things to be in focus. And that's just about it. So I've got this Pentax camera. AJ's really into photography, so he knows all of his stuff. And allegedly this is like one up from an ultra beginner. I know that I control, obviously I can focus on it. It's a 50 millimeter lens. Yeah, I don't know. That's what I'm hoping to learn this year. So I just want to get a little more into film photography this year. Not for like, ooh, I want to get into photography vibes. Genuinely just to like document hanging out with the girls, hanging out with some friends, hanging out with AJ, my cats, just like, just a little cute documenting of life and stuff. So hopefully I can do that. Then we have the Nocturnal Jumper by Saskia & Co. This is the perfect fall sweater. It's the perfect sweater for Halloween, for fall, for my life. I love everything about it. I think the neck ribbing, is it called corrugated ribbing? I don't know because I've never done it. But it's gorgeous. It is so stunning. I don't want to make any changes to it. I love everything about it. Those colors are stunning. I love cats. I love it. I love it so much. It's so pretty. So pretty. Last non-fiber arts related one is it's just acrylic painting. I made that painting like summer of last year or something like that at some point last year. And it was nice, but it was truly like the only thing that I painted last year. If I can do another one this year, that'd be great. It doesn't have to be clouds, but it probably will be because that's what I find most calming to paint. So that'd be nice. I would love to do that. I've got the Hobbiton vest. I made this vest as a failed project a couple years ago. I believe I used Neuromadara yarn, and I was really scared of, I think it's the seed stitch. It is also a bottom-up vest, and mine is horrendous. Horrible. I don't know what happened. I definitely should have sized down needles more. I should have done a lot. But I'm excited to remake it. And similar to like the Air Tee, I want to make use of patterns that I already own. So that's a mini goal this year is, work with what you've got. I made myself a Luma pullover last year. So another pattern that I own. Then we've got a gorgeous rosy sweater by Lay Knit. I am really excited. This was going to be a maybe on the list, but then I was looking at projects and there's a highlighted project where this girl is using green for all of like the thorns and the leaves of the roses and the stems. And then she's using like a gorgeous hand-dyed or just marled like red, like very vintage rose looking. So that's going to be my goal. I would like exactly that. That sounds beautiful and gorgeous. If I can find the project, I will link it down below. It's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen and I'm so beyond excited. We then have Naomi and I's last buddy knit. It's our Q4 buddy knit, our most ambitious one for sure of the year, at least I think. It's the Pomona sweater by Matilda Martyr. And it's the most beautiful strawberry delight that I've ever seen. I cannot stop thinking about the idea of wearing that sweater and then wearing like an earthy green kilometer scarf or a Berlin scarf with it. Stop it. That's so cute. That is so cute. I'm excited for this. I'm a little nervous. I've never done all over color work, but that part seems fine. I've never steeked. So that's the part that I'm horrified of. And if I'm not mistaken, Naomi's only steeked once and it sounded so scary. So I'm excited to do that. I think it'll be so fun. And last but certainly not least, we'll be completing the Relaxagon with Relaxapants set for my little crochet fit. I'm actually really excited to see like the difference in fit. I know that the designs are very different with the crochet pants and the my favorite things knitwear shorts, just to see, like, do I have a preference? How do I feel? I assume that crochet would require an elastic, but maybe so with the knitting. No idea. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. That's my bingo card. Honestly, I'm hoping to get like full bingo by the end of the year. We'll see if it happens. It'd be really cool if it did. If it doesn't, that's okay. But I am a very competitive person, so hopefully it does. Now that we've done that, I'm gonna mount my microphone real quick. As much as I love holding it, I really do love holding it. But I want to talk to you guys about my January plans. Okay, I've got my projects next to me now. I want to start with what I'm going to be making tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll be starting the Summer Rose Afghan Lion Brand kit. I'm pretty sure this is all I'll need for tomorrow. I've got my Tunisian crochet hook. We both got the Chiaogu one. I'm pretty sure Naomi sized down 1. She normally sizes down 2. I usually size down 1 crochet hook, but it's bamboo. I'm not gonna lie, we were both a little bummed that there are no Tunisian crochet hooks that are metal. Let me know if there are, because that'd be really great, but this is what we're gonna be working with. I'm very excited to learn Tunisian crochet. Never worked with Pound of Love by Lion Brand, so interested to see how that works up. It's very soft. It feels very nice. I'm very excited. I've got to tell you guys about whips that I'm working on. This is my little Oslo hat. This is how far we are. It's going to be a silly little goose hat, and I'm very excited. I'm not too sure if I'm going to add a pom-pom for myself, although I do love pom-poms usually. He's definitely getting a pom-pom, which I'm very excited to make, like a tiny little pom-pom. You might be wondering why this is so curly, and it's because I fully like bound this off. I finished it and then I blocked it and I realized, wow, that's really tiny. It was teeny tiny. I made like a tiny short little hat, and I knew that it was going to bother me because I tried so hard on the duplicate stitch part. It was also my first time doing duplicate stitch, technically second, because I did make another attempt at an Oslo hat with a goose, and it's really fun. I like duplicate stitch. I think it's fun. It is a little bulky, so I wonder if like with duplicate stitch, if it makes sense to size down weight-wise for yarn, but then you'd be able to see the gaps between. So maybe I don't know. I do like it. I'm very excited to work on him. I ran out of yarn, so I purchased some. I need to fix the hole that is in this. I'm just excited to have this done. I think this is very cute. Guys, my knitting bag has so many pom-poms in it because I've been having a blast making pom-poms. For the Chunky Monkey beanie, I'm going to be starting a class in February, so this isn't technically a January update, but that's fine. I made this beautiful pom-pom. I love it. I think it needs to be trimmed a little bit, but maybe not. I don't know. I think it's very cute. I used some of the Knitting for Olive Silk that I had left over, and I've just been using like leftover yarn for pom-poms. It's so fun. It's so lush. It's so cute. I also have this that I did make like fully out of scraps. I think this turned out so cool. No idea like what type of beanie I want to use this on, but I'm excited. You might be thinking I have enough beanies, and you're probably right. I made last pom-pom. I made this like denim-esque pom-pom. It just really reminds me of denim and I like it a lot. And so does Naomi. This is the pom-pom that she would like her beanie in. And I think this is going to be such a cool project. We're going to have a little collaborative moment. So that'll be cute. The Luma pullover. Okay, I haven't touched this in a couple weeks because I had a couple like crochet gifts that I was making. So I have forgotten like how far I've gotten in this, but pretty far. Well, pretty new still, but it's looking quite good. I am pleased with the tension. I have tried this on AJ, but like be so for real, this isn't indicative of anything. I'm loving it. I'm very excited. I'm really happy that I restarted this. I like the yarn that I chose for it too. I'm using Cascade 220 for the green, the orange, and maybe the beige. I don't know. I just had this in my stash. And because it's just a row, I didn't really need a lot of it. But the yellow is like a sport weight. I want to say it is a sport weight Cascade yarn. I don't remember what type, but I think I put it in my project before getting rid of the label. So hopefully that's all, at least on my Ravelry. And I'm holding it double, so I assume you can see that. I don't think that it's that bad. I think it's quite cool, and I'm excited to block it. I think it's gonna look gorgeous, stunning. Then I'm really excited to keep working on this. I will be a week from today. A week from tomorrow, I'll be starting my Lakes cardigan class, and I'm so excited. It's my first sold out class. I think they overbooked me just by one person, which is totally fine. And I will be using this absolutely delightful, delicious Malabrigo worsted yarn. And I'm so excited. Like, so excited. This is so pretty. It's in damask rose and I love it so much. I've had to keep it in this black bag just so I don't see it because I want to like cast on immediately. Now that it's only like a week away, I think I can wind up my first ball of yarn. I need to print out my itineraries because I made some itineraries. I gotta put up pictures of the itinerary that I made for this class because I think it turned out really cute. And then I might as well show you guys the itinerary that I made for the Chunky Monkey beanie because I think that turned out super cute. I've been having a fun time with that. And the last thing I've got going for January is potential sample knitting, which is exciting because it's different for me. I will see if I like it. I'm pretty sure that the first project is starting in January. If I can talk about it, I will because I like to share what I'm working on. But I'm really excited and I'm tempering expectations because I've never done anything like sample knitting where I'm not knitting for myself or a loved one. So we'll see if I enjoy it. If I enjoy it, that'd be cool. If not, at least I can say I gave it a go. So that's it for January. January is going to be pretty busy. Is there a project that you're most excited to work on this year, fiber art related or not? Let me know and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.